What's up? It is time. We are here. We're back with LAFC, Raynday and Lots of Bunnies for your official watch party. We've got Messi, we've got Modric, we've got Argentina, and we've got Croatia. We've got special guests, a very special guest, someone who I have listened to on broadcast as a soccer player growing up for many years. We're going to talk to them at halftime as well. So much happening, Ray. And I know you're under the weather, but still, how are you feeling? There's a lot to be excited about today still.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling better than the last broadcast, so that's always on the up and up.
Yep.
Super excited for this game, though. I'm hoping that Croatia win. How are you feeling about this game?
God. Okay, so if you weren't here last time, Ray and I had, a bit of a back and forth, you can call it a tete-a-tete. And she was kind of against every single thing that I said. And now she's trying to do it again with Croatia. We are Argentina over here. If you represent Argentina, you can watch on LAFC or you can come to twitch.tv/Raynday. If you want Croatia, nothing against you, lots of bunnies in your chat. I love them. I love them, but you got to stay over there. Okay. We're an Argentina only chat over here. But seriously though, I mean, it would be a cool game. I mean, it would, as it's starting, Croatia, they're dangerous. I mean, they don't lose.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we've seen that they can go the long game.
Yeah.
Like, they take it to penalties and no phase, nothing. So,
you know what's interesting about the penalty thing? I realized that there was like a lot of smack talk happening between De Gaulle and Argentina. That game was so heated because of a lot of the comments that he had made about Argentina's and Messi's inability to close the game out. They said stuff like, "Hey, if we go to penalties, we're gonna win for sure." So Argentina doesn't want to let us go. Argentina smacked them in penalties. That's what's crazy. I feel like Croatia, although the strategy works, like Argentina is actually a really good penalty taking team. So I wonder even if that's something that they want, or they're going to open up a little bit, try to get more aggressive, because clearly Argentina aren't a walk in the park.
Yeah.
Even at that phase of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. They definitely have some great penalty takers, as we seen in the last game. I don't know. Do you want this game to go to penalties, or do you want it to kind of go until the end?
I want this game to go to penalties if it can, and Argentina can win. I'm scared though. So I would say I care more about Argentina winning than anything. But I'll always take a good penalty. I mean, this is the highest drama the game can give us. So I'll take it. But I'd rather have a secure Argentina victory. That's for sure.
I can respect that. See, I'm gonna go for, I hope there's another penalty shootout. I love them. They're just so entertaining to watch. They're so much fun. Really gets everyone's emotions up and going.
Yeah.
I remember last game, everyone in all the streams were like, I'm shaking right now.
That's true. There's a lot of drama when you're able to have penalties, and you get those isolated, solo close-up shots of the players, breathing, the nostril shot, and then the goalkeeper, and then it's just this great, it's great TV. But I feel like this game is already like Argentina. I mean, it's 3 minutes. They've been very aggressive, and Croatia's sitting a little higher than I would have thought. And to me, that's kind of what I thought about going into this game. If Croatia's strategy is to, just be very, very counterattack heavy, it could bite them, because they won't have a lot of chances. They'll give Messi a ton of chances. And then penalty kicks aren't a sure go ahead, because Argentina already proved themselves in penalties.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like this is going to be a pretty good game. I feel like both teams are going to be willing to attack each other, because, to be fair, I think both teams want to win, before 90 minutes are over.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't really think either of them particularly want to go into overtime or penalties, to be honest. But what do you think? What do you think the time is going to be for the first goal, and who do you think is going to make the first goal?
That is a good question. Well, this is interesting. I can see actually Croatia scoring first. Weirdly enough,
Okay.
I want Argentina obviously to get to a good start, but I'm always just worried. Is this the year that I don't have to be worried about Argentina? I don't know, but I always feel like it just takes, how involved is Messi going to be? yeah, I can see Croatia maybe scoring a comeback. It would open up Argentina to test, okay, we really have to go for it. I think that would be a better version. Right now, yeah, I could see Croatia scoring first.
Yeah. I'm calling like 15 minutes in.
15-minute goal?
15-minute goal.
10 minutes from now. All right.
I mean, hopefully they get it right now. I love to watch goals. I love to see everyone scoring all the time. It's so much fun to just watch like scores. But
yeah, we could have like a 5-5. I'm down for like a 5-6, 5-5 game,
Oh, that would be so entertaining.
I feel like we would love to see a different side of both of these teams.
Yeah.
You could see though, look, like Argentina, like that's the third time they've tried to play this ball in behind over Croatia. Yeah. And I think so. Argentina, I think, is purposefully trying to get out ahead of this game. And they don't want to sit. They don't want to go 0-0 at 45 minutes. They don't want to be in the 70th minute making subs, having to score still, giving Croatia a chance. It's interesting what he just said there too. The best team doesn't win. Like that's also, Ray, like a part of soccer. Like it's not that being better means you're going to win the game. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Or kind of a rare thing about sports. Soccer, more so than most sports, that can happen pretty often.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just about like the chances that can be made and that are made even accidentally. You know what I mean? Sometimes it just happens and you just get the goal and then boom. You know what I mean? That's it. That's the game. So
and you shut it down. You don't. It's like grit, and so many things have to happen right for a goal. And sometimes the momentum, like the shift of momentum, can be so devastating that for whatever reason, offensively or defensively, something might be clicking for them, something might not be clicking for you. Everybody has off games. It takes a lot here, especially when there's national pride on the.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the pressure and the fans, I'm sure it's so overwhelming. But I mean, obviously these guys are probably used to it, but just, like I just feel like, man, that pressure must be so immense. I don't even like I get nervous doing things in general. Like I couldn't imagine having to go and play on this type of stage. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie, this Croatia jersey for me, or this kit, is so nice. I absolutely love it. Chat, what do you guys think? Which jersey do you like more that we're looking at right now? Not having anything to do with either team, just like which kit do you like more? The Croatia jersey or the Argentina one? Croatia's better. Argentina. Argentina kit's nice, but this Croatia kit, like the color on the shoulders are like a really nice teal. Oof. You guys like Argentina? I feel it. Argentina is definitely like I feel like a fan favorite. Who's wearing their Argentina jerseys right now? Argentina's classic, so I like it. Yeah, I hear that. We should have worn jerseys for the teams that we're supporting in the game. I don't have a Croatia jersey, and I don't think you guys would want me to wear a Croatia jersey. I have this new theory of mine that I am, like, whatever jersey I have, like, bad luck. Don't care. So, USA, the day that I got my USA jersey was the day that they played, they lost. The day that I got my Portugal jersey, the day that they played, they lost. Okay? I think the last thing you guys want me to do is get a jersey for whoever I'm supporting. Unless you guys are supporting the opposite team, of course.
I think do you got me?
Yeah.
So yeah, somebody basically just sabotaged my computer. I'm just kidding. I didn't, but my computer sabotaged me. Restarted. It thought, hey, let's kick off the LAFC broadcast. Let's kick off the World Cup. Time to manual restart. So
hey, it happens.
Yeah,
no worries.
like my worst. It's like my worst fear sometimes. And like what's the worst moment a restart could be forced on you? I think my computer's trying to find out. Glad to be back though. And what's up to everybody in the chats? What
yeah.
happened, Ray? What did I miss?
Honestly,
Was
you
there
didn't really
a
miss
slide
too
tackle? Is there some
much.
bad blood? You were telling a story of how you jinx everybody?
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally. So someone in the chat said that we should be wearing the jerseys that we support, which I was going to ask you before, before your computer decided to go to sleep, is like, where's your Messi jersey? I assume you have one.
Yeah, I don't have a Messi jersey, to be fair, and it wouldn't be an Argentina Messi jersey. I had no faith in Argentina coming into this. I had a lot of hope. I had no faith because Messi's been my favorite player for a long time, but let's be fair, hasn't gotten it done at the World Cup. You would have thought it would have happened, and it almost did, but it just, I came into this thinking France.
Yep.
But I also don't have a lot of jerseys in general. I don't actually have any jerseys except my own jerseys from places that I've played.
Okay.
So, but I think now when I'm doing more, football, soccer stuff, I feel like, I got to get my collection up. You see, I got my LAFC stuff right here.
I see it. I see it.
We are repping in some ways.
Yep. Looks very nice. That shirt is actually fire, by the way. Is that like cool metal, like design on the top of it?
Yeah, that's sick, right?
It's super sick. It's giving me like Stone Cold Steve Austin type of vibes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Got the MLS Cup, championship hat right there. So yeah, I gotta stick with repping my local clubs.
Hey, I can appreciate that. I'm expanding my jersey collection now, but I feel like I should just get all
Portugal now.
I have one for Portugal.
You got to have one besides Portugal now.
Oh. I have the USA one was actually my first one that I had recently for this World Cup. Was the USA all white one. And like I said, the day that I got it, the day they
lost. That's right. Now I remember.
I'm a little bit, I blame myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you should.
I don't, feels bad, man. Were you ever like superstitious when you were playing? Like, like, did you have any like good luck or bad luck like things?
I think if you're a, if you ever been an athlete, you kind of get out on the field and are you on or off that day? And so some of the things that would throw me off were if, weirdly enough, one of the some guys get really comfortable depending on just the way that they wear. Do you wear the long sliding shorts underneath? Do you wear shorter, normal underwear? Do you wear long shin guards, short shin guards? You tape your ankles. So I had all the things that I had to do. It's like the same outfit for sure on all those. Do you wear socks underneath? I had to get my ankles taped in a certain way. I had to get my left foot taped. And then I would go out there and I'd kind of repeat these things, and hopefully I would feel good with my first touch. But then some days I was just off, and I never had a lucky, sock that I never washed or anything like that. I threw all my, I wasn't trying to be smelly. But I did have a very clear awareness of I need to do this routine so that, because it usually produces me feeling good when I play. And I would notice when I didn't do it or something shifted or I didn't get the tape or the shin guards fell off, I would tell my game would shift. So to me, I look at it like the superstitious stuff is do the things that get it all out of the way. So when you get onto the field, you can focus on actually playing, right? So
yeah.
I don't know what.
Do you have a good luck breakfast?
Ooh,
good luck snack.
Well, at UCLA we would go to CPK, believe it or not. And we would eat we would eat pasta and chicken and Caesar salad, and so basically spaghetti marinara, chicken Caesar salad 3 hours before the game. And then we'd all walk back up gaily and go to our apartments. Then we'd be in the gym and the training room about an hour and a half before, 2 hours, get dressed, and then hour before on the field warming up. So we had that was really our meal. I think we would switch it up if we had a later game. I feel like we still do CPK. I think if we had an early game, that was the only thing that shifted, and it was like a breakfast spot. But nah, I ate, I just ate what we had. I got used to that. After the
Hey.
games, we would go to Outback though. That was kind of the fun for whatever reason. That was the place where you could eat like fries. Like you could order a little off. Coaches were always watching what we were ordering. So if you ordered like the bloomin' onion and you ordered some, too much, they'd be like, "Hey man, come on, you got a game tomorrow." So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Too
but
much greasy
food was interesting. Food was interesting. What about you?
I did have my little superstitious things I would do. Not particularly like anything I would eat or anything, but I would have like my little things I would say to myself, or little
Mm-hmm.
like
Affirmations.
prayers or whatever you want
Yep.
to. But yeah, I would have my little but I didn't do anything where like I didn't wash any part of my uniform. I might have like a lucky hair tie or
Okay,
something
that's
like
good.
that, but that's about it. And then once that lucky hair tie wasn't lucky anymore, that thing was going in the trash. So like, oh, let's
Wow.
run out, got to get a new one.
I
But
know about the hair ties actually. I
mhm.
used to have dreads, so my hair went all the
Oh,
way
okay.
down to like here. So I would actually
Mhm.
have to get like a long hair thing to keep them back.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, I went through a few of them. A few maybe got used, a few more times than they should have based on cleanliness. But I was a young kid at that point. I was like, I don't care, just keep my
Yep.
hair back.
I
Uh,
mean, hey man, when it has to do with sports and winning, sometimes it's like,
yeah,
I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but
I'm
it
trying to
doesn't
think
really
if I ever really did anything. I was very specific about shoes, very specific about
matter.
shin guards and sock look. I
Mhm.
mean, if you look nerdy, I'm not saying like nerdy, but you look like your outfit doesn't look normal on you, like it's a little messed up, like your shorts are too long or your socks are
Mhm.
too, like it just doesn't look kind of good. I felt that affected me. Like I was too self-aware. I knew that I
Mm.
didn't look like put together, and
Yeah.
that threw my game off. So it
Yeah.
was like very important that I had it like, to a T.
Yeah. No, I'm the same. I was the same. I am the same. Like if my if I had a stain in a jersey,
Mm-hmm.
or like something was off about it, or I didn't have like color coordinating socks or something, it would kind of affect like my head for whatever weird reason,
Mm-hmm.
because I'd be
Mm-hmm.
like, I know I'm out here looking like a clown. And I don't know, I just wouldn't play the same. I just didn't have that confidence. It's like they
Think about
say,
it like you go to the gym often, right?
Uh-huh. Oh
Like you
yeah.
have like an outfit, that you put on purposefully to
Mhm.
like have an outfit for the gym. I mean,
Yep.
when I go to the gym, I'm like aware of what I'm wearing, and like
Mhm.
I'll play soccer or pickleball, you like dress to have a a level of confidence or a level of look, about it. So it's the same thing in sports, I feel.
Yeah, they say you look good, you feel good.
That's
You know
right.
what I mean?
That's right.
So to me, it just makes sense, you know, at least a
Absolutely.
little bit, trying to make yourself presentable. All right, so it looks like my 15-minute prediction was off,
It
guys.
was
I'm
off.
sorry.
What a hole for
Unfortunately,
Messi there.
hopefully we can make a 20-minute prediction.
Just keep adding Just keep adding 5 minutes or something.
Mhm. Just that 5-minute increments every time.
Would only play in Nike Tiempos. Yeah, those are solid right there. I had a phase of going in between. I was actually a Nike player for a long time, and
Mm.
then UCLA was Adidas, so I had to get used to UCLA shoes. Adidas shoes. I
Yeah.
liked Predators. They were just too heavy. And then I liked I don't know what they're called, man. They're not the versions of Vapors. They're like the versions of the Nike Vapors
Mhm.
for Adidas. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what I was. But then what I ended up doing, this is actually really funny. My first year at UCLA, I was so caught up in wearing my Nike Tiempos that I literally went to a cobbler. I went to a shoemaker, and
Uh-huh.
I said, "Can you take off the Nike swoosh from the shoe, and can you stitch in the 3 lines like Adidas and paint
Oh.
them Adidas so it looks like I'm wearing Adidas shoes and
Mhm.
they're actually Nikes?" And they did it for me. And those are the shoes I used for like most of my first year.
Wow. Now, did
Yeah.
anybody ever catch on, or were you
No.
just like totally under the radar with that?
Yeah, totally under the radar. Someone told me to do that, and I was like, okay. It was very inventive,
Yeah.
but it worked.
That is so interesting. That has me wondering now. I wonder how many athletes do that
I
with
know.
like their boots. But one thing I will say is that boots really can affect, or the cleats can affect you so much when you're playing.
So
like
much.
My first pair of cleats that I got when I started playing with my husband and everything were these don't make fun of me. They were these kids Nikes. Okay, they looked just like the copper ones that the players are wearing now, but they were kids versions. Okay. And I loved them. And they fit my foot so perfectly. They were kind of tight, but not too tight. They were just like, it was like someone was hugging my foot, and I loved it. And then I switched over to women's boots, women's Adidas boots, because they were this like really nice vibrant orange. And because Adidas and Nike obviously make their shoes so differently, the women's felt so much bigger, and it felt like I didn't have that. It almost felt like
that
I
touch.
wasn't. Yeah, it felt like it was like off. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I was like, oh no. So even though my like little Nike kids boots were a little bit, they're a little bit worn down, I wore them to the death. I still have them.
That's what you got to do, though. That's what you got to do. I mean, you really need to feel good in your feet. That's the most important part. So if you got to have kids' shoes, Ray, then I won't tell anybody. I won't tell anybody.
Hey, I love my little kid shoes. Okay.
When you got kids, your kid's gonna be like, "Mom, can I get my shoes back?" You know what I
mean? I actually did that with my nephew. My nephew just turned 13 and all over. Really? And he's officially outgrown me and everything now. But up until he was like 12, he'd come over to my house. I'd put his shoes on. I'd wear his shoes. Like if I had to go do something, no big deal. But now he's just too big, and his foot's too big now. I think he's like a size 9 in men's now. I'm like, dang. I can't wear these shoes. I look like a clown.
Messi almost has a good chance back there. He's definitely looking to get aggressive.
Someone said he was grabbing his hamstring earlier. I didn't quite catch that, but
oh yeah, someone was saying that because then Stu Holden just said he looks all right to me because he's playing really well.
Yeah.
Oh. Corner. Ooh.
I was saying earlier how nice this Croatia kit is. I'm not a huge fan of the red and white Croatia kit, like typically, but this blue Croatia kit is so nice. Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah, Croatia, has a really nice jersey. They very much do. They're a good team. They're a team here.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's dangerous to play against a team. I think Belgium, like the opposite. They were like such a bunch of like kind of touted individuals, and they just didn't have that team spark this year. And but Croatia, a team will always prevail. I always say a bad plan executed well is better than a good plan executed poorly. And I think that's the idea of like when people are on the same page, it's just such a more impactful thing. You can accomplish a lot more than you think, even if you don't have the superstars.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because we talked about this last game, I think, when you're as a unit, it's so much more beneficial, you have all it's like a clock, all the pieces are just working seamlessly together.
By the way, if you guys are watching on YouTube for LAFC, come on over to our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/LAFC, and hang out with us. Make sure to leave a follow as well. We're growing the Twitch community with these watch-alongs. We're doing another one for the next semifinal tomorrow. We'll do one for the World Cup as well, the final. So make sure you're following, and when we go live. Also, myself, Raynday, and LotsofBunnies are also streaming, so make sure to check out our streams. Hang out in that chat as well. But make sure you're following at LAFC. And let us know. Here's a question I want to know. I saw a lot of tweets that made me laugh because they reminded me, Ray, of what I would have to do. Last World Cup, maybe it wasn't last World Cup, but 2 World Cups ago, I had an office job. And I remember very distinctly being like, my boss is going to be seeing me watch the World Cup on my work computer. Like, it's just going to happen. Like, I'm not giving up the World Cup for anything. And I wonder who's watching. Is there a funny way that you're watching? Are you walking? I watch some of the game walking around my neighborhood on my phone. Are you at work? Let us know how you're enjoying the World Cup and the watch along.
You know how I watched my first my first as an adult World Cup? It was Oh, it was the one in Africa, and, so it was years and years and years ago. What, 2, 3 World Cups ago? Anyways, I wasn't even a huge fan of football, but my manager at my job was, and I used to work at a restaurant.
Mm.
So, like, we're talking 8 AM, 9 AM, and the TVs are blaring with just World Cup stuff on at our restaurant.
Wow.
So all of our customers coming in for breakfast or whatever, they got to watch the World Cup. I was like, okay, you know, it's more
fun.
entertaining than nothing, you
Absolutely.
know, but yeah. That's what my boss said. He was like, I'm not missing this World Cup. Absolutely not.
No. I mean, what is it? I mean, you gotta, if not, there's special things that people stop for. I find that so beautiful about the World Cup and the world in general. I do think too, sometimes you can't, but like, we're in a world now that's like, thank God for all the ways we can watch things and like we can, be a part of it. You don't have to go to a restaurant. You don't have to be sitting at home. If you have to work or you have to commute, there's still a way to like, have it on your mobile device and like hear it, or, when you're stopped, take a look at it, and, you still can like engage in it and not have to miss it. So, it's as good as it's been for football fans around the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my goodness.
Oh
my goodness.
Why didn't he go to the left? I mean, there's a player springing to the left.
I have someone in my chat who said, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm watching the World Cup in my office. I love that. Dang.
Watching the game at your doctor's appointment, Nate. That's funny. I had a dentist. I had to do some dental work earlier this year, and they would put on Netflix for me while I was operating. So I just, could zone out, and they'd numb me up. But if it was today, I would be like, hey man, make sure Fox is on. I'd be like, I'm down. I'll stay here. You guys got to do anything else? You need to work on my molars,
Can we just make sure I'm here for 90 minutes at least?
Yeah.
That's all I want to make sure.
Right.
Ooh. No one's laying on the... Oh, wait. Say no one's laying on the ground this time.
Yeah, no one's on the ground this time. I don't think they're going for goal. If they are, that would be impressive. Oh, no. So, okay, my thought... Uh-oh. Careful, Messi. Oh, very good. Oh, Oh, that's a great ball.
Oof.
That was out. Absolutely. That's good That's good defending by Modric.
Yeah, that is.
Good counters by both teams. I mean, it seems very, very even so far. Croatia isn't sitting back and letting the game come to them. They're taking good opportunities. Argentina's trying to fire back and getting aggressive, trying to get in behind.
I love that. I love watching someone be a little bit of aggressive and then everyone else kind of follows. You know what I mean? The lead.
Mm-hmm.
Their keeper has done a great job this World Cup.
Yeah. You could tell. I mean, even unfortunately, I know it's not fun, but with Portugal, you have Morocco. That keeper as well has done an incredible job.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And it could be the difference. It literally can be the difference in these types of tournaments. So I definitely commend it. And when you have a good keeper that's not letting anything in, this is one of the things that, like, as a forward, you just appreciate so much, because you're just biding your time. You're waiting for that one opportunity. All you can do is wait for that ball to be in that spot. Everyone's working hard, trying to get that perfect cross, that header, that moment. And then it's like, now it's my time. So the only thing that's demoralizing is when you're letting in goals and then you're like, I didn't even get a chance. I didn't have an opportunity to change this game in my team's favor yet. So when you have somebody who's giving you a clean sheet for 70 plus minutes most of the time, it just means so much to your attackers, your offensive third, to have enough time to be able to make a difference.
Yeah. Ooh.
This, I think, is the first time I'm actually watching a full Croatia game. I'm pretty sure.
Like ever?
Maybe
or just like
ever.
This World Cup.
This World Cup for sure. I don't think I watched a full Croatia game because their group. What group did they come out of?
I can't be the only one who gets so like on edge when someone in the defense is running defensively with the ball to pass and there's just like somebody chasing him down. I'm like, oh my god, if he slips, it's right there in front of the goal. There's no one behind him. Wow.
What? Let's see. Maybe it did get deflected. No. I didn't see one either. Uh-oh. Come on. Come on. No.
Oh my goodness.
Was he taken down? Penalty. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Messi time. Messi time.
Jeez.
I gotta see this soap. Oh my god.
Jesus. Sheesh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's gotta be tough. Poor guy.
Jeez.
I feel like keepers get away with that. Oh, with hits like that sometimes. Good call. I could see that.
We cannot sit for this. Cannot sit for this. Come on.
We're gonna see what happens here. Oof. Will the pressure get to Messi, or will he prevail?
Come on. Come on. Come on!
Oh my goodness. What a kick.
It's Messi's year.
That shot was nice. That was I don't think anybody could have stopped that, honestly. What a goal, dude.
Great start. That's what Argentina needed, and that's going to make this game a lot more fun.
Yep.
Croatia has to do something. Wow, Messi has really been delivering, hasn't he? Jeez.
Oh my gosh, dude.
What a strike.
Three keepers in the net couldn't stop that. Dude, that was just perfection.
Perfection.
That was a 10 out of 10. The speed, the placement. Holy moly. That ball that they're using right now, this ball, so nice.
Oh
I know
my
that's kind
God.
of a random thing to comment
No,
on,
it's
but
not.
dude, it's such a nice ball, man.
There was I had this obsession with the South Africa World Cup ball.
Uh-huh.
So I know exactly what you're talking about. Sometimes these World Cup balls are phenomenal.
They are.
They just feel special.
Mm-hmm. And they look so nice too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like just the different coloring that's on them, and oh man.
You almost don't want to play with them, You just want to have it.
Yep. I think this is probably one of my favorite balls, designs.
Give me your top 5 favorite balls, Ray.
I'd say this one. Me and my husband actually, we used to go to the field all the time, and he had a World Cup ball, and we would play with it, and it got so jacked up from us just playing with it, but it the way it felt, no other ball could top it. You know what I mean? You just even when we would just kick around and stuff, it just didn't have the feel.
Yeah.
So we're no, we're always playing with this. Our favorite ball. We loved it. And we played with it for years.
Did it get out of air? Did it get messed up, overused?
No. We still have it.
Still have it? Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, we still have all of our football stuff and everything, but we moved recently, so we don't have our football stuff here and stuff, but that's still all back in DC. But yeah, we played with that for 3-4 years, I think, 4, 5, 6 years. I don't know. It was a long time.
That's a lot.
But that ball, it was, oh man, just when you connect to it just would make that sound. Yeah, it was so nice.
You're describing a very true, real, nuanced thing. That is very true. That is very true. I don't think you got there. Nope.
Oof.
Oh,
the Brazil ball, yeah.
Come on. You love it. You love to see it. All right. Well, this is now a great spot for Argentina to be in.
Mm-hmm.
I like this better even than 2-0 at the half. I think it changes, how close people feel it is. They still want to put it away. I mean, we'll see though.
I don't know. Do you think Croatia can get a goal before?
I think they can. It's moments like this that they can score. It feels kind of like a broken play, but they're really active. They feel like they're not. This feels like nothing really, but this is kind of where I feel Croatia can score. But they're going to get more aggressive. I mean, so this is going to be good for everybody.
Yeah. I'm really interested. Chat, what do you guys think? Do you guys think we're going to see a goal from Croatia before halftime? Or do you think it'll go to halftime 1-0? Ooh. I think going to halftime 1-0 is
you want a halftime 1-0? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Of course, I would love to see it 1-1 by halftime, but
of course. I think you'd like to see 2-1 for Croatia.
Oh, absolutely.
By halftime. That would be why not 10-1? Okay. Croatia fan.
I mean, hey, why not? You know what I mean?
That's advantage. It is an advantage. Wow, look at how fast this guy is.
Yeah.
What? No way! Oh my god!
Oh my goodness!
Come on! Come on!
What
Did that just happen?
What even happened?
What?
Oh no. All right, well, this is dangerous. Going into halftime, if they go in 2-0, that is dangerous. They might fall asleep. We might see them fall asleep.
My goodness.
What a run. Oof. Jeez.
I
Oh
cannot
no.
believe that ends up happening.
Yeah.
Like,
And just the littlest touch right there, just a boop. He just booped it in.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Dang.
Wow.
Well, I said it was going to be 1-0 by halftime. I was absolutely wrong. Argentina's just fast, man.
Wow. I cannot believe that. What a goal. I'm still processing it. The control, the momentum shift. I mean, what felt like a close game suddenly now feels like Croatia better hold on. Like they've gotta hold on tight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because 3-0 could be upon us.
And 3-0 possibly before halftime. Oof. That would not be good. I feel like that penalty really shifted the game so much.
Yeah, it did. Like, you better watch out, Croatia. Croatia better watch out. Oh my.
I wonder how this keeper feels. Like, I wonder if he's doubting it. Like, I always wonder, right? Like, as a keeper, do you start to doubt yourself when you miss a couple?
Oh my God.
Or do you just like stay with your instincts?
It's a great question. I mean, that is a great question. Is this ref going to check for a penalty here? I mean, I'm very surprised there. That could have been a penalty. That would have been 2 penalties in a
first half.
And a crazy.
Sheesh. Oh, I thought that went in. Oh my
Croatia
God.
better get
it together.
Get it together.
It
is gonna be a blowout if they don't handle this.
That was almost an own goal. They better get that. They check it. Let's go.
Check it.
Check your emotions. Get it together. I don't care what you have to do.
They got to survive. They got to survive until halftime. That's all they got to do. That's what I just said.
Oh, gosh. Corners. I'm always so scared.
My goodness. Here we go. You know, I'm just let this moment happen. Let's let this moment happen. I'll give you my thoughts at halftime.
I already know how you're feeling. You're happy.
I'm happy-ish. I am happy. I am happy. We took advantage of the momentum, and that's the best version.
And I feel like that has caused Croatia to kind of start doubting themselves a little bit, or getting in their own way now. You know what I mean?
Well, their game plan has not been, let's get 2-3 goals on people, especially high caliber teams. They've done well against Argentina before, but they've got to now have an identity in terms of, offensive, incisive play in order to get back in this game. I mean, 1 goal for Croatia would mean a world of difference for them, but this game is now going to force, it's exactly what Argentina wants. Now Croatia cannot even think about defending. They've got to go all in. They have to, and that's just going to give more space to Messi. And Argentina are faster than I thought they were too. They're really showing some pace.
Oh, yeah, they're quick.
Like that dude who scored, he was running. The dude who he didn't pass to was running so fast next to him.
And I feel like Croatia's fast or like has good speed, but they're not as fast.
Yes. No. And they're not playing in behind enough. I mean, Argentina have been really committed to trying to get in behind, send runners. Argentina's keeping everything in front of them. But Croatia here, they got a chance. Modric was a big shot. All right. What a pass.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Close.
But you know what? That might give Croatia the little bit of like confidence that they need, that little extra like oomph that they may have needed. Oh my gosh, that went straight to his face.
I know, it's crazy.
I mean, one thing I would personally never ever want to do is take a face to a ball.
A ball, yeah.
Players. No, thank you.
I actually did that once to my dad. He still has a mark on the back of his head from it.
Oh no.
Yeah. And it was like just at shooting practice one night, like all the parents sitting behind the goal talking like they usually would. And I hit a crazy shot. It literally like went over the goal and we're like, watch out, watch out. And my dad just like too late turned, hit him. And you can, I'm impressed with how much these players put their bodies on the line. I mean, it's, you got to get over that. You got to have a lot of guts to stand there, open your face up and let Luka Modric like wail as hard as he can on a ball right in front of you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I feel like he has to have a headache after that.
Oh yeah.
Oof.
Okay. Good ball. Great run too. Uh-oh. Wow, he set a pick. Oh, this is great. 4 minutes of stoppage. Alvarez has just been phenomenal.
You've seen someone break their nose like that. You know what? I can definitely see how that could happen. Absolutely. Oh. You ever get like barely tapped in the nose and you're like,
oh man, and you're like die?
Yeah, it's like you like see stars all of a sudden. It's like you don't even get hit or like hard. It's just like the littlest tap.
Yeah,
oh man.
Absolutely. Dude, the nose is like a little
bit.
Yeah. It's like it always makes you when I see things like I'm just impressed. Like people who go, they're boxing or things like that. It's like if I got hit in the nose once, it's over. It's over. I don't want to keep doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, you gotta commit. You gotta know you're gonna take some shots. Adrenaline kicks in, but still, like, wow. How did this goal?
Oh.
I honestly feel like, Ronaldinho gave a clap to that. That's sick.
Jeez, man. Going into this halftime 2-0.
2-0.
How it's looking.
It's looking like that. It certainly is.
This has been a good game so far, though. I'm happy with it. Had some crazy moments.
It's been a great game. Yeah, fantastic game. Uh-oh. What a touch. No. Foul. No free kick, huh?
Oh, wow.
Great touch. He's feeling it. You just can't take the ball from him. I don't think they have taken the ball from him once this game. That's what we needed, Ray. That's what we needed.
That is insane. You know? That second goal, man.
Yeah.
That second goal just slightest little boop in. I still can't believe that actually happened. Wow.
I know. It's pretty insane. It's pretty it's pretty awesome to see what they've done so far. I mean, I was saying Croatia's going to come out. I feel that Croatia is a a team that everyone underestimates, so no one has these performances against them very easily, but then look at this. Look at what we got. Like we got Argentina getting aggressive. And I think that aggressiveness, sending balls in behind, having the willingness to try to break down Croatia early, not just keep the ball in front of them and let Croatia sit and then just do that kind of, we pass with our defenders back and forth to each other until, we waste the game. It's like Argentina's like, no, lobs back and shots. And then we get the PK and then that ends up opening it up. And like, that's, I love the gameplay and I love the way that they're doing this. Like they're not sitting on their laurels, they are ready to go and create a winning moment. And that's what's making them dangerous in my eyes.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, they've been lobbing that ball straight back. Like they have zero cares. They're like, you know what? It's going to hit at some point. So we're just going to keep going until it sticks.
Yeah, I mean,
it stuck.
It did stick. So what does Croatia do now? I mean, this is where, what's the halftime speech? Because I felt they were a little demoralized.
It did feel like that a little bit. Yeah, I agree with you. I think, like I said, I think that opportunity that happened right before the final whistle may hopefully kind of bring the morality up a little bit. Like, look, you guys can still get back there. You guys can still open it up and you guys can still make chances, but you got to get like out of your own way. As an athlete, sometimes when you're going through something that's like negative or you're losing and you get in your own way sometimes where you're like, this is it kind of, like, oh man, can we come back or we can't come back or just not having a great game. You got to get out of your own head and be like, look, still 45 minutes left. It's only 2 goals, even though obviously, but you know what I mean? It's only 2 goals. We can make these opportunities and we can come back and we can tie it up. You just got to like not give up.
I love that because, getting out of your own way, that's one of the hardest things to do. And it's tough to stay mentally confident when you're down 2-0. You see how well Argentina's playing and you really haven't had chances. But Croatia, they've got to do something. All right, I want to talk about this. We are going to talk about this with a special guest who'll be calling in just a moment. Trust me, you do not want to miss it. It's going to be a lot of fun, a great halftime special performance. We've got a special conversation we're going to be able to have, but we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Go to the bathroom, grab some water, grab some snacks, and we'll continue our watch along in just a few minutes with our special guest calling in. Okay, we'll see you guys in just a second.
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here after halftime has just got underway, but we are added +1, a very special +1. It is, of course, Raynday and Ray, but now we've got our friend Max Breto. So I was just sharing, my history of listening to him on the radio and seeing his career. It's so amazing to have you with us, Max, and it's great to have someone who's actively so involved in LAFC as the play-by-play commentator and just a big part of soccer and sports coverage with us for this World Cup experience, man. How are you doing?
Doing great. What a lovely introduction. Thank you. And yeah, this sport has meant the world for me. I mean, that's been my life. I never knew it was going to be that way when I was getting out of college, but it's been attached to me. And what an honor and thrill. And to hear the stories of sharing this sport with others is that's the good stuff. And we're all sharing the World Cup. This is this is what we wait 4 years for to see these games and to see who's going to be the best in the world. Then wait another 4 years. Or 3.5 years this time. I don't have to wait 3.5 years.
Kind of, right? Mm-hmm. It'll be close by. Ray, I know you and I are going to go back and forth with some questions and chat with Max, but I'll kind of kick it off too. How have you been enjoying just the World Cup in general? What's been the takeaway? I feel like we've had a really good one.
It has been good, and my thought was it was going to be more open to the rest of the world after we had a World Cup 4 years ago, where European teams dominated, and it was like all four semifinalists were from Europe, 6 out of the 8, and that's fine. And the good thing about that is that you get these incredible games. You get the French and the English play each other. They go right at it. These games are wide open, so that's good. But I think at the end of the day, I mean, you can see that in the Euros. You want to see a World Cup, and we got that with Argentina. We got this with Morocco. And that is a satisfying feeling for me, because this is what you want to see the world. This is the beautiful game. The whole world plays it, and you want to see how different parts of the world perform and how they adapt in such a high pressure situation. And it's good for the sport at the end of the day to have different regions represented. So I've enjoyed it. It was pretty demanding at first with those 4 games a day, but I think I've gotten back onto my clock after getting up at 2 a.m. Pacific time. So I think much better now.
How long did it take you to get used to that time change of the games and everything?
It wasn't good, right? It was. I thought I'd handle it, and what I started doing, because I'm watching all the games. I do a daily soccer. It's called the Soccer OG World Cup Daily, and I do a podcast and a YouTube show. So I said that was my okay. I'm in. I'm watching this. So I was very true to that. But after about 5 days, those 2 a.m., I go, I can't do it. So I would record the 2 a.m. and get up at 4. And then I try, you try to eat, you try and get a workout in, and you try and spend some time with your family. So they're like, what? You're a creep in here. And you'd be basically hermit mode. So, people would turn the light on and be like, ah, but I don't think I ever got used to it. I was just glad to be honest, I'm glad it was over. And now we can get into a more nice rhythm, which we had last week and this week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of missed it, to be honest, because to me it feels like it's such a special season. You do something crazy for 2 weeks, and it's only a limited amount of time, so you can push yourself through it. But yeah, I mean, I experienced a lot of it with other people who.
And by the way, now we have all these holiday parties that we have to get ready. I'm like,
right,
I got to ramp up for that.
I know, you got to ramp up, you got to ramp down, you got to get ready to get back up at 4 a.m. for the game. I mean, a lot of good problems for us when the World Cup is happening. We obviously have the game with Argentina, which I think we can ask in a second, but because we have you here and you're such a passionate soccer fan, and, you're also been a part of the United States MLS soccer experience and growing. Talk to me. I want to get your thoughts on our World Cup team. I have my thoughts on, I played for the youth national team, so I kind of got to have an experience within, the direction that American football has gone and kind of what we've chosen and done. What were your takeaways on what we did well this year, and then, maybe what we need to improve on for 26.
Yeah, Raynday, I know your stuff, and you played at a very high level at college and with one of our LAFC players, and that's pretty big time. So it's good. He's the best, man. I wonder if I'm sure the stash is gone. The wife didn't want it.
Yeah,
I'm glad he kept it. He kept it for the playoff run. It's an interesting question. I always thought that we have a nice foundation, which wasn't promised to us after we didn't qualify for the World Cup. We missed a generation of players because of not qualifying for Olympics and that World Cup, and that has a toll. And then we had to really lean into this next generation that are between the ages of 18 and 22, and most of them came up in a really big way in this World Cup. But it's still a very young team, and I always wanted to. I don't want to put too much pressure on them, but they exceeded expectations. Tyler Adams and Christian Pulisic and Yunus Musa and McKennie and Tim Weah played exceptionally and with like they belonged.
Yeah.
But I always felt like if we needed a little more veteran guile in here. And like Tim Ream was a godsend because he was this defender who could just fill in there, and we were worried about that position. So I'm so glad that he appeared, and we needed this World Cup. I thought they were close to making the quarterfinals. I thought the meeting expectations would have been the round of 16. Exceeding expectations would have been the quarterfinals. So they're right there between meeting and exceeding, which is a really good place to be. You don't want to be on the other side of that. Right. So I'm happy with where it's at. I'm excited about the development. I know there's going to be some new players because people are excited. Young players, and you could talk to this, young players 13, 14, 15 are now seeing a pathway to Europe because it's not just one or two guys. It's a couple dozen, 3 dozen that are making a really good career, and there's better money in MLS. So young players are going to stick with the sport, you would think. And you don't have to think it. You can see that happening now with these last 2 years. So it's a very exciting future. I think we have to work on a few things. We need to get a striker. So kids out there, if you want, we need a striker. We need more, obviously, some central defenders. Maybe some more creative players to match with that American style of effort and athleticism, that technical bit, which is definitely improved a lot. We just want to see a little bit more of an uptick on that as well.
Great points. Completely agree with everything you said, especially the striker and the creative part. I mean, I'm a 5'7".
Where are they? Where are the folks?
It was a time where I think
naturalize one.
Yes, exactly. But we hadn't looked. I felt that just before Ray asked a question about the game, but I felt that when I was in my experience, for better or for worse, our eyes were kind of open to one style instead of incorporating more of a worldly style that would help us when we did get into these situations in the World Cup, facing off against teams who don't just have raw athleticism. They have players. They have people who, from the moment that they're born, you kind of breathe and think soccer, and they think in soccer terms. And sometimes that natural instinct on the ball is what I feel like separates, our athleticism, which is world class, from being able to take root in these 90 minutes against some of these teams. So, great. I completely great.
But
appreciate
you
all
spelt it out. You spelt it out really well. I mean, you'll never get over that hump against these teams that are so good, and that's why the same countries make it deep in a World Cup. You'll never get over that hump unless you can have that factor and be prepared when you play them in these important games.
Absolutely. I have a question. So what was your favorite part so far about this World Cup? I know Ray's, I feel like, because Messi went through this last game. What was yours?
Yeah, the Argentine, and I'm watching, it started the second half, you could see Messi rubbing his hamstring a little bit. Hopefully he's okay. But the fact that it's like mean Messi. I mean, he told a reporter off. He's like, I like it. It's like what he needed. He had to be like alpha male times 10, because I think they found out pretty quickly. A lot of people were saying this Argentine team, they have a lot of game winners. They don't. And it came back to Messi, and he's had his best tournament I have seen him play, which is incredible to think because he's played in a lot of them. But this has been tremendous. So it's a great story, and it looks like it's going to continue on. Obviously Morocco, with what they've been able to do is groundbreaking to make the semifinals. I want to see an African team too. Well, Pele predicted 20 years ago that they were going to win a World Cup, and then it went the wrong direction. They were Cameroon was close, Senegal, and then all of a sudden there's no African teams, and this is great because it shows the proof of concept of what they're doing and the players that they have, and that'll continue. Also, my favorite single moment was the Netherlands against Argentina down 2-1 and pulling that
free
training
kick
ground free kick. I jumped off my sofa. I was like, oh my, or couch, whatever we call it. I jumped off of it because I could not believe what I just saw, that he held that, because he had a free kick 10 minutes earlier from the same spot, and he held it, Louis van Gaal, for the right moment, and it came, and he nailed it. But it wasn't enough for them. But a lot of good stories, certainly, and the U.S. is too. And the U.S. was a good one to put it up there.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
completely agree, Max. You know, we don't want to take too much of your time. I know the second half is starting, and we really appreciate you joining us. Any last words, predictions? Where do you think this game is going to end? It's 2-0. Do you think the Argentines are going to add a few more? You think Croatia is going to pull it back? Give us your predictions for the second half here.
Yeah, I thought Croatia was going to win this game, and one thing they've had is good fortune, but their good fortune ran out today. They were playing really well. They were passing the ball around. They were getting in the Argentine half, and then a ball gets away and a mistake from the goalkeeper, and then off a corner kick, they mishit it, and the counterattack leads to the second. So Croatia's luck has run out, which it tends to do for a lot of teams. I think they're good for a goal here. I don't think they're going to get closer than that, but hopefully they get a goal and we have a nice grandstand finish. But I will say that your expectations for semifinals and finals are always very low, but this has been a really good game. So a lot still to be played. I wouldn't rule off Croatia just yet.
Well, thank you so much, Max. Max Breto, LAFC play-by-play commentator. Has been a soccer, I don't even know the word, icon in the sports coverage industry.
That's a bit heavy.
They're going to make trophies of this guy, statues outside of the stadium. No, but Max, honestly, it's been great chatting with you, man. I hope this is one of many times we get to talk soccer.
I love it. I love it. You guys doing a great job. Enjoy the rest of the games, and anytime. I love sporting. I love talking to the sport. It's a lot of fun.
Yes, thank you so much, Max.
All right, have a great rest of your show.
Thank you.
You too.
Max Breto, everybody. Thank you all for being here for this moment. Ray, what a cool opportunity to be able to speak to Max, and just what a great guy as well. A lot of fun energy.
Oh yeah, awesome. I like what he said don't rule off Croatia just yet. Don't rule them out just yet.
You're cherry picking one small thing
I'm gonna hang
Max
on to from what Max said. He
That's
said,
the only thing. Did you hear how he also said there's no way they're winning this game?
Like, I heard him say that Croatia's luck probably kind of ran out a bit, but also don't come out just yet. I kind of want to circle back real quick because before we took our break, I had said that, I don't know if I had said verbatim that 2-0 wasn't that bad, but what I meant by it, because I seen some people in the chat saying, 2-0 is a lot, Ray. What I meant by it is that it's not impossible to come back from. Obviously, 2-0 is a lot, in football, but it doesn't mean that it's impossible. And what I was talking about was mainly from like a internal perspective, is like how I would kind of hype myself up or talk myself up, like, oh, it's not that bad, it's just 2-0, like we could still do it, it's better than 3-0 or 4-0 or something like that. So obviously it is it's gonna be tough, but I think that they can, hopefully they can pull it back, but we'll see. I just wanted to kind of touch base on that because I didn't want anyone to misunderstand.
I think you bring up a good point, Ray, that 2-0 is what is known as the deadliest lead. It's kind of the deadliest lead in soccer, and it's not because of the team winning 2-0. It's the fact that you feel confident and you relax because you have that goal cushion. And then what ends up happening is the second that you get an actual goal against you becomes 2-1, you have to switch from being like the game is won already and we have a cushion to wait, now this is the next goal determines whether we have to go to penalties, we could lose, or et cetera, et cetera. So it is a hard, what I find is so difficult is it's hard to do that mental switch. When you settle down and a team scores, it's hard to suddenly then become the team who was settled, now being the aggressor. Usually the team who scores, then they have the momentum. Now you're on your back, you're on your heels and you're trying to survive. So I think that's what, if I was Croatia, if I was the coach of Croatia, I'd be telling my team, like, listen, one goal, you don't have to score two. We score one, that changes the entire game. We're back in it. And especially if they get it before, 55 minutes, then they have too much time if I'm Argentina.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here they go, though. Argentina.
Oh my goodness. Those runs make me so nervous because they're just so quick and their ball control is just like, you know what I mean? Like it's been dangerous in the past. It's making me nervous. It's making me uncomfortable, and I don't like it. I don't like being uncomfortable.
Yeah, it definitely is not like this is, that in the flip side though, if you're Argentina, which position would you rather be in? Obviously up 2-0 because one goal for you, and that pretty much seals the game away. So its next goal determines where we're going. And
absolutely,
because Croatia certainly aren't getting 3 goals on Argentina.
No.
So that is
they just need to get one. That's all.
Yep.
Just need one.
Oh, it's a good hold. This could be something.
Ooh.
I feel like he should have taken a shot from there.
I agree. I feel like there's been a couple points in this game where Croatia could have taken a shot, but they just didn't.
Yeah.
And I think that that's going to obviously hinder them a lot. And I think that that's proving to hinder them.
Well, a shot, it's just you don't want to waste your shot, but I think now you got to say we're trying. We need to give ourselves a chance.
Yeah.
It's just about doing things that, logically make sense. I mean, you got to shoot to score, but you also have to sometimes threaten to open them up. You have to get down the wings, cross, to get people falling back, to get people sitting back, to get people a little bit more hesitant to push forward, knowing you're gonna be threatening, and so that's just Croatia needs. They're doing well holding the ball in the midfield, I think. I just think when they get up in that final third, got to be a little faster, or they've got to be willing to take a shot outside of the box, which Modric can do. It's just the other midfielders who have to kind of get on that page. It's not an easy situation, Ray. You're rooting for some teams that are in a tough spot.
Hey, I always like a good underdog story. I'm a huge underdog fan. You know?
Yeah. You do. I respect that. So do I, to be honest. I really do like an underdog. I just have a dog in this race, I just have I have a team that I feel like I need, which is rare. It's rare for me to be this invested in the World Cup this far into it. I think I think Messi being my favorite player for so many years, and then I just the interesting player of Ronaldo. I mean, I would like to see if Portugal could do something. That's kind of always coming to the World Cup. France was like, okay. Now I'm in Mbappe, so I'm like, all right, cool. But yeah, I mean, outside of that, and maybe US. I mean, I usually don't have any people I'm really needing to win at this stage, but but this has been fun. This has been exciting for me.
It has been a good World Cup this year. Imagine if Mbappe got 2 World Cups
back to back. That would be crazy.
It would be crazy. Insane.
I mean,
and at such a young age, because he's only, what, 22? 21?
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, I would say too young to have 2 World Cups. That's how young
I mean, yeah, I agree with you.
That should be illegal. Having 2 World Cups at that age, but just
man,
a savant, really, a soccer savant. Just no other way to put it. The athleticism and the ability, the confidence at the age. That's one of the big things too. A lot, like I think players having confidence, even and with the talent, that is such an important thing, because a lot of what I see are players making kind of safer decisions sometimes. But when you're willing to go at another player, which Mbappe typically is, it's a different beast, because you know that something's going to come from it, good or bad. You got to be willing to take both sides. But a lot of players they don't risk that.
And I think it's kind of understandable sometimes too, right? Because you don't want to be known as the person who makes the dumb decisions and.
Oh yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Takes the chances, but it doesn't pan out. Oh.
Right. It was a good hold.
But. Right.
Yeah. Okay, we're in a good spot now. We're back to where we need to be. That was close from Argentina. They almost had a little opportunity there.
See, this is where we need to like get him out of here.
What was that? Smack?
Get him out of here.
Get him out of here.
Get out of here.
Croatia's had the run of this second half, though. I mean, they've definitely
done really well.
Yeah.
I'm tense right now, Ray. I'm tense.
You're tense. You should.
It's got me tensing up.
You got a lot on the line here. I'm relaxed. I
feel like what teams I go for, it's like, they don't do well. So I feel like I should just start going for Argentina and seeing what happens.
Right. Start rooting for Argentina and watch like Croatia scores immediately. I'm down. Try it. You should try it.
All right, let's go Argentina. Let's see what happens. Oh my God, could you imagine?
Otherwise it's not real. If they score in 5. Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh my goodness, that's in. Oh, wow. No! I thought it was gonna go right at that bottom, but
yo, Dylan, thank you so much. Good to see you, bud. Wow, that is crazy. What a moment.
Keep the bad juju vibes for Croatia. No. We gotta go for Argentina now.
They know how powerful you are.
Oh man.
Oh. Yeah, Argentina's sitting. Watch out. Oh, good ball.
Oh.
You know, Croatia's super decent, man. They really are. It's like they can attack. They're a little bit more creative than I would have imagined. They're missing that final moment.
Yeah.
One sec here. I'm gonna turn this light off. It's bothering me.
Oof.
Ever since I put that light on, Argentina haven't scored again. So now it's time to score.
Oh, okay. You know, turn the light back on.
Turn the light back on, please.
Went down a little bit. Oh man. You know, I think Argentina's doing a bit better of a job defending than I honestly thought that they were gonna do during this game, for sure. Oof. If Ray actually turns his light off and they get another goal within a couple minutes, it's official. It's got to be some type of official luck. It's the light luck. Hey, Justin, thank you so much, by the way. I appreciate you.
I love what Max said, too, about mean Messi. I totally agree. That, to me, has been what I've loved the most about the tournament.
Oh, yeah. We're definitely seeing Messi step into a little bit of his villain era a little bit.
His villain era. Yep.
People love that. Social media went absolutely insane about Messi and his villain era. They were having it. They were loving it. Couldn't get enough. Oof.
Let's see.
Do you guys think that Croatia's like realistically going to be able to get a goal in here before the game ends? You know, I hope so, but I don't know.
I would say it's a little risky. It's a little risky to consider that Croatia can score. I think there's a possibility, but to say they would, I wouldn't bet that they would. I wouldn't. Not right now.
I hope, but I don't think. I know. I think I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, I would love to see Croatia score. I just don't know if they're going to. You know? It's not of a lack of trying from them or anything. It just feels like they can't finish.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But this is where you need subs, I think.
Yeah.
This is where subs can open up and change the dynamic for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Get some fresh legs in there. Let's go. Get a header in there. Oh!
Oh my God.
Oh! That was, I enjoyed watching that. They didn't score, but like,
I enjoyed thinking they might score,
It was exciting, Got some excitement going in here. I know we talked about it last stream, but there's just something about a header, like score that just
there's something.
It just hits different, Like an oddly satisfying. It's like one of those oddly satisfying videos you watch on like YouTube or TikTok,
I was watching some soccer highlights as well recently, and that we talked about those long shots, but there's certain players, man. You just watch them play; they're so satisfying. Messi's one of them.
It's funny you bring that up. I was watching some the other day too on Ronaldinho, and I was watching his, just like the ball control that he has, and it was just mesmerizing. You know what I mean? You just like you can't look, we couldn't look away.
Well, honestly, that's the magic. That's the magic of Messi. Croatia in trouble here, but I'm okay.
Are you celebrating yet?
Almost.
Getting there.
I mean, if you get to 90 minutes and 2-0 or 80 minutes and 2-0 still, I mean, yeah, they got to score soon. They really do. They've got to. Yeah, right, exactly. They would love it to be boring. That's so true.
It's such an interesting thing to think about, right? Like as a player versus as a spectator. Like watching, you're like, no, like I want it to be action packed, but like as a player, you're like, man, I just want to relax and like not be on edge. Like, you know what I mean? I just want nothing else to happen.
Right. That is exactly right. It doesn't feel boring regardless. When you're in the game, you're just so focused on the task at hand. But it is very different in terms of the viewer's perspective and the player perspective, and it makes you root for different things. It makes you a little bit like one-sided in terms of your conversation, because it's like the reality is very different than what we're watching. But find Modric, dude. Oh, he was open.
See, it's like right there, they just keep getting stuck.
Yeah. What?
I don't really know why.
Ooh, Messi with a header goal. Nice touch, Modric.
Ooh.
Foul. It was a foul.
I feel like Croatia's taking this to the pens. Well, if they can't get 2 goals, it's not going to the pens, unfortunately. However, I do beg the question, what are they playing for the 80th minute goal? You know what I mean? Are they trying to make Argentina fall asleep and get complacent, and then they're gonna all in, power all the way on 100% maxed out and try to get those 2 goals? Or is this just really is this how they're playing? Which one?
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, I think maybe the conversation too is we have time, and then when you have that going into half, you kind of like, okay, 15-20 minutes goes, and you go, well, we kind of have time, but we kind of don't have time. And so now their pace might naturally change. The coach might make a sub that encourages take a defender out, put another offensive player in, put 3 in the back, and kind of go, like, we have to get after them. And I mean, that signal is maybe what Croatia's waiting for.
Yeah. I think we're gonna see a very interesting 20 minutes.
I hope so. I personally, for a great game, I'd rather see one Croatia goal for a great game. I think that would make things interesting.
I agree with that.
But think about this: if this stays, Messi, I mean, another World Cup final. I mean, what a moment we're setting up. He's either playing Mbappe or he's playing Morocco. I mean, it's going to be insane if they just keep this up. I feel like Argentina is not going to mess this up. And after the start they had too, what they lost to South Korea? Is that what it is? I think, or was that Germany? Argentina? No, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
I mean, unbelievable loss. Yep, to Saudi Arabia. Their first game. I mean, you know.
I think that was the game that he missed a penalty in, if I'm not mistaken.
It might have been, yeah. So, Ray, I'm noticing your watch party stance right now. Do you have a knee up high?
I do.
See, you know, I have a cousin who sits like that. I can't do it. Can't get
You know,
it up
I
there.
actually sit like full both of my like legs on my chair.
No way. Are you
Yeah,
actually
absolutely.
serious?
Yeah, no, yeah.
What
Like, see this? This is my other knee. See? It's
what?
I don't know if you can see that if the camera's showing it, but yeah, I go full both legs on my chair because, to be honest with you, I can't really touch the ground.
Oh!
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
No. Well,
Argentina are going to the World Cup final.
Yes,
it's official.
Wow. We gotta, you know, on to the final. Yeah, there's Oof.
Oop, got him. Touch. Get in front of him.
Jeez.
Just makes this play. This is the Messi that we know. He's never played like this in the World Cup. This is what he is, what he does. With a hat trick? No, second. Oh yeah, that's right. Messi scored.
Wow.
This is amazing. What a moment.
Yep. That was a beautiful assist. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Really amazing. Alvarez having such a great game. 5 goals, 3 assists in this World Cup. I mean, Messi. Wow, Argentina's been waiting for this moment. Croatia 3-0. I do not think they anticipated this, Ray.
I don't think a lot of people anticipated this, to be honest with you. I think people probably seen Argentina going through, but I don't think they seen a 3-0. I surely didn't, I'll tell you what.
Wow. Mean Messi is not somebody you want to make mad.
Uh-oh. Yellow card on Otamendi.
They got to be really careful.
They've gotten, what, 3 yellow cards so far this game?
I mean,
Argentina?
Yeah, because and if Otamendi gets one more, he's not going to be able to make it into the World Cup. I mean, the final. So
the final, yeah.
I'm not sure if it's worth it. You might.
Now Croatia scores one in the 81st minute. I mean, I would like to see. I would like to see
you
Croatia.
Still have hope, huh?
I would like to see Croatia score a goal. I would just like them to have at least one. That's all. Now I'm not saying that I think they can come back and win. I'm just saying that I would like to see them score a goal.
Yeah.
So at least it's not a 3-0. I mean, shoot, if we went 3-3 all of a sudden, and into penalties, I'd be okay with it too.
You're very optimistic. I appreciate it. I appreciate that about you, Ray. But I just don't think it's gonna happen. I think that fan right there should tell you. It's a long night. It's a long night for Croatia.
You know what? I think it probably is. Unfortunately.
Ran into Messi. Yeah, leave Messi on the field.
I think it's dangerous not taking Otamendi off, though.
I agree with you. You don't want to risk him not being in there for the final.
Oh.
I mean, you could let a couple goals in. You can let a few. Change some defenders.
Oh, I don't go that far. You can let
2 goals in and still win this game. I mean, it's that over. I want one of those wigs, one of those wigs that are like the big puffy wigs with
where it's like the blue
colors.
hair sticking out of the hat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, those are awesome.
DePaul is off. Is Alvarez off too or no?
I didn't see him take Alvarez off, but
yeah, I think is that Alvarez off? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
All right, we got Dybala going in.
There you go.
I'm excited to see Dybala do something. I hope,
Yeah.
Hope he does something good out here.
Yeah.
Now, is Di Maria still hurt? Because Di Maria had an injury, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I don't know. I feel like he just hasn't been starting for tactical reasons. And I love Argentina without Di Maria. I never thought I would, but this is what they needed. Seriously.
Yeah, because I don't think if I'm mistaken, I don't think he was in the last game either, even as a sub, was he?
Let's see. I think he came in at the end. I think he came in at the very end. Yeah. But he didn't start. No, he did not start. You're right. Ooh.
Okay. Imagine if that would have actually gone in, though. Holy moly. That would have been intense.
Very special.
I'm not gonna lie, the Croatia red and white kit makes me want pizza. It makes me hungry for pizza. I can't be the only one, right, chat? Like looking at the checker, I'm like, ooh, I don't know. It's like subliminal marketing. I want pizza all of a sudden. What is up?
Oh, little Argentine fan.
The kids are so cute in this. I love it.
So cute. Yeah, seriously. Adorable. Okay. There you go. Get something going. Make it 4-0.
Whoa, you just want Croatia to get down bad.
I want them down. Yeah. I want them out. I don't want anyone to ever talk to me about Croatia beating Argentina again. It is Messi time. The only team that's gonna, have a chance, I think it's France. So I'm tomorrow when we're watching. I mean, that's who I'm obviously rooting for. I though can understand how cool it would be to have Morocco in the final. So, as I'm sure you'll you'll probably be going for Morocco.
Mm.
I mean, I think the only way to really beat Argentina at all would be to have France in that. And wouldn't that be amazing?
I love the idea of having Morocco in the final.
Mm-hmm.
However, I will be going for France.
You will?
I will be going for France.
So
we'll finally see eye to eye.
Yeah.
We'll be on the same team.
Wow.
However,
okay, love that.
if France loses tomorrow, don't blame me.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say. Don't blame me for rooting for them. Do I have a France jersey? I don't have a France jersey.
Thank God. Thank God, guys. We're safe. We're safe.
Thank goodness. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. They're in the third place playoff. That's right. Forgot about that. I forgot they do that. Uh-oh.
Oh.
I don't know how many. I feel like Croatia. How many shots on target does Croatia have? Like 2, maybe max.
I was gonna say I didn't even think it was that many, to be honest.
It may not even. I don't remember them having any shots on target. I'm not gonna lie. I don't quite remember. One shot on target versus Argentina's 7. I mean, they just haven't had quality, man.
No, unfortunately.
For those watching on YouTube as well, remember to come hang out with us on Twitch. We're going to have another watch party tomorrow. France and Morocco, twitch.tv/LAFC. If you're on our YouTube channel, come over here, follow, make sure to know when we go live. And also you can watch all of our streams here, Lots of Bunnies and Raynday, if you guys want to hang out with us in our personal communities. But we're all converging on twitch.tv/LAFC. Really awesome to be able to do this. Got our LAFC merch. You know, Ray sitting with both of her feet in her chair, which is a feat in itself, in both ways, I guess. So a lot
little
of big,
people problems,
things
you know.
happening. Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder what it'd be like to actually touch the ground when I sit, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think some people need that perspective and some don't. There's a lot of the world that is height deprived. And
very true.
Hey,
it's an unfortunate.
Ooh, that hurt. He hit that shot and the guy, it went right back into his face.
His nose.
His nose, yeah, you could tell.
If France goes through, who would we want? France or Argentina?
Ooh.
I'm saying France.
You know, I would be happy either way. I would say that I have a lot of things that are going for France. I would like to see Messi win a World Cup. But, those aren't given. You got to take them. And if he ends up getting the final again and not doing what he does here, then doesn't deserve it. But, yeah, I would be happy either way. I really would.
He's had a really great game today, Messi has.
Yeah, he has. He has. Oh, they're subbing out Modric, huh? Wow. Yeah.
Oh.
Well done, Modric. Great player. You did a lot for Croatia.
You hope Morocco wins tomorrow, or just in the full end clip?
Dang. Yeah.
All right, Ray. So I have to know. You've been pro France this whole time. I know you gave me your political answer. You gave me your politically correct answer. Where you're like,
if I have to choose one.
Yeah, if you have to choose one, who are you going for? Argentina or Croatia? I mean, I'm sorry, France. Sorry.
So, I made a wager that France would win the World Cup.
Okay.
So I'm a bit tied. Let's put it that way. I
Mm-hmm.
have a good reason for France to win, and then I really want Argentina to win. For no reason other than I just love Messi, and I feel like that would be a great story. So that's why I said either way, I'm happy. If France won, I'd be a bit sad. If Argentina won, I'd be a bit sad as well. So I don't know. I guess
I can respect that.
I guess I want that. Yeah, I'm really happy with both. I mean, I love that you're putting me on the spot. It's making me have to say something. I would be I feel like, you know what that would be? That would be like me if I said no Argentina. I'd be like, that would be messed up. I think I would have to say I'd go for Argentina versus France. And if they lost, I'd be okay with it. But I do want Messi to win. I think that's what this World Cup's about. I want Messi to win. But think about that too. Think about the story that would be. France back-to-back, or Messi wins his first World Cup. I mean, either way, it's like history.
Or Morocco wins the first, or goes through. And if they won, they would be the first to win as well. That would be insane. I know no one's really counting Morocco in. I'm just saying if they did and they ended up taking it. Could you imagine?
Crazy.
Either outcome, no matter what's happening. It's insane.
It is. It's like gonna be an historic World Cup either way.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what I mean. That's perfect.
$83 minutes in. I actually did not know that. Wow.
Yeah, I know. That is interesting.
Oof.
That's a good question. I mean,
I feel like the last 5-10 minutes of these games, we always get really quiet because we're just so into
we're just watching.
We're just watching.
That's okay. That's okay.
We're just trying to see what happens.
We are. Versus the beginning of the games where it's like we're usually talking a lot. It's like it's kind of then it middles out in the middle and then it stops at the end, exactly like the pace of the game, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Because at the end, there's so much that can happen, and I feel like in the beginning, you might miss, a great pass, you might even miss a goal, but there's still time where you're like, okay, I'm sure I'll catch the next one, or you know what I mean. But at the end, it's like, all right, there's not much time left. You can't miss it. You can't miss a second, or else you miss it.
Absolutely.
I mean, you get the replays, but the replays, it's not the same.
No, it's not. No, this is what I love too, because that collective breath of an audience at a sporting event or at a thing, the whole thousands of people in the same exact space of what's happening next, or tension in a group form. I love that the World Cup has that happen. We went the other day. It wasn't for any game that we watched, but I think there was a game before the game that we watched, or the day after maybe, that we didn't watch. Whatever it was, we ended up going to a restaurant, and just the second 11 o'clock hits, these people just show up to this restaurant that was empty. The sound is blaring, 7 TVs all covering the game, and everyone's eyes are just on the TVs. Everyone knows you're here for the World Cup. Nobody's making any pretenses about it. I look and I isn't this cool? This doesn't happen very often, where everyone, all these people you never knew they would exist, and they all just this place is open. They have TVs. We're watching the World Cup here. We're all doing the same thing. I love that.
Yep, absolutely. It's like that sometimes during like football games, like American football games and stuff like that. But it's still, when you get into like these games, it's like everyone, for the most part, most of the time, it's gonna be everyone's kind of going for the same team.
I don't know. There were a lot of French supporters where I was. Yeah, a lot of French supporters. Again, they were way more of a. It was, France, England. So there were some English supporters and French supporters, but it was pretty French. And then, yeah, I haven't ever been out seeing Argentina play, so I don't know how many Argentina fans are locally near me.
Yeah.
I would imagine a lot, because I feel like Messi would get a lot of fans.
Yeah. Same.
I don't know if Argentina has like the best roster here. I mean, I think they have a good team, but obviously it's Messi. Like, I feel like you look at France and you look at maybe, who else could I have pointed to? But like, I feel like they weren't like the most star-studded team, They've got the biggest star by far, but I don't, I think it's impressive, like what they've done, as a squad to get here. Argentina's always not had that second superstar. And I feel like that's been tough for them, but I mean, I feel like that makes this run even more goated, because I feel like, okay, let's talk about, like, people are asking, does this make him better than Portugal? Ronaldo, Portugal, is just kind of put him in goated status. I feel like Portugal's always had the same problem. Like, Ronaldo's like, the above and beyond star, and then they have really good players. But not that second ultra superstar, even though they have their top quality. And I feel like Messi, this is a pretty similar team. I don't feel like this Argentina team is like that much better than the Portuguese team that we saw, if you go player by player. So
I do think that Messi has really showed up during this World Cup. I will say that. Like, I feel like he has made all the difference for the Argentina game. Like, on paper, like, what I mean? Like, when you're looking paper, some of these teams, like, yeah, Argentina might not be the best team. I do think that France, the roster on France's team on paper, would outweigh it. But right now, the way Messi's playing is he's literally the difference that Argentina needs, Yeah. I definitely agree with that.
I think so. I think taking this type of roster to win a World Cup, to me, is that's saying something. That's saying something for sure.
Man, the game is almost over. Croatia. I'm very saddened to say Croatia hasn't scored a goal.
No goal. I mean, that's something that would make Croatia feel good. Just a consolation prize. Put it in the back of the net.
Yeah.
3-0 is just dominantly losing. Okay. Keep that up the wing. Oh, unlucky. These are tough ones. These are tough moments. Tough moments for Croatia. Tough moments for players. You got to keep running. You got to keep doing it. There's nothing good on the other end of the whistle, but it's not there yet. Kind of just want it to be over.
I get that, He'd rather it be over now than it to go to like a 4-0 or something like that. You know what I mean?
It's like, to be fair, they don't, this isn't a game though that you can really, this is a better way to lose than I think the way the Netherlands lost to Argentina. I think the Netherlands felt like if they just had that back one more time, they would be exactly where Argentina is right now. And Croatia, I think in this game, they just know, like, hey, Argentina was better than us. You know what I mean? They were better. Like, they deserve to win.
Yeah.
And you could sleep a little easier at night knowing that, felt a little predetermined. The Netherlands, I feel like, are still having nightmares of that game, like how close they were, like just one difference, one something shifting. They're here and they're going to the World Cup final. So
yeah. No, I that's a very interesting take on it. and like thought really is like,
Mm-hmm.
would you rather lose something so close like the Netherlands Argentina game, or would you rather a game like this where it's, very clear? It wasn't like, oh well, if we would have done one thing different. It's
Mm-hmm.
obviously there was a lot that could have happened in this game that a lot that has happened, excuse me. But I don't know, so you would rather lose like
Yeah.
3-0 versus
Yeah.
yeah?
Absolutely. Absolutely, because you really, when it's that close, you do replay the moment, and you
Yeah.
replay what should have happened differently, what would have made if you had gotten a little more sleep the night before, if you start looking at little things because that's what separated you, versus when you're separated by 3-0, you weren't the better team. You know that team was better. There's nothing you really could have probably done to make that difference.
Yeah.
And I think that helps. That helps because these losses, like, think of all the people who have missed penalty kicks and sent their nation home. Like, you don't just get over that. Like,
Yeah.
that lives with you forever. You may not have the emotion attached to it after a few years, but it's always like one of those, like, ugh, I can't believe that. I can't believe I did that. You know what I mean? You want it back.
Yeah.
Harry Kane, perfect example. So I think Harry Kane would have rather lost 3-1 than go 2-1 and miss his PK.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I just feel like
absolutely.
that's so tough.
Yeah, I do. I think when you miss the PK, it's that. Yeah, I would rather 5-0,
Yeah.
6-0, rather anything to be that guy
Right.
or that girl and that lose. Like, that's the reason. That, oh yeah, especially if there's it's one and you're the only one.
All right.
Oh no, yeah, I wouldn't.
Look at this too: Messi, Mbappe, and Giroud, Alvarez all have the most goals, all essentially about to play in a final. But here's what's crazy: Mbappe and Giroud have one less game. So if either of them score, that's how good of a tournament they have. They're tied essentially for the top, and Argentina's played one more game and scored 3 more goals in that game than them. So,
yep.
Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be nuts.
Yeah, tomorrow.
I wonder, like, looking to France, Morocco tomorrow. Do we think France is gonna do something like this? Like, do we think France is gonna win like 3-0? Because everyone's coming out going like, don't sleep on Morocco, but
I don't know. I really think it depends. I feel like so for me, I think it really depends on the mindset of France and the mindset of Morocco, right? Because from either perspective, you could come out being too cocky or too confident, and it can come around and bite you, and it can literally be the game. It can cost you the whole game. From either perspective, where maybe France comes out and it's like, oh, we're going to dominate, and they get too overzealous and they make mistakes. But I don't really think that that's going to happen. Honestly, I don't think that I think France is too good.
Yeah.
I don't want to say underestimate, but I think that they're too good to underestimate, and it cost them the game. I think even if they underestimated somebody, they would still play tactically enough where it wouldn't cost them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
But Morocco could come out too being like, oh, maybe a little bit too confident, and it could cost them the game. But at the same time, I don't think that's going to happen either. I don't think Morocco's going to come out being like, oh yeah, we're going to whip France. I just don't see that happening.
You don't think Morocco's coming out going, France? Who's this France you speak of?
I just don't. I don't think so.
Give me the ball. I'm going at these chumps.
Yep. I do think it'll be interesting to watch the Mbappe Hakimi fold out and see what happens there. I was watching an interview of Mbappe and Hakimi the other day. And Mbappe predicted that it was going to be France and Morocco. And he was like, and then I'm going to, I think he said, like, I'm going to destroy my friend. And he's like, I hate to have to do it. And Hakimi's like, I'm going to kick him. So I think it'll be interesting to see what happens with that.
That is going to be good. That is going to be good. Well, wow. Messi is going to the World Cup final.
Yep.
And they will await the winners of France and of Morocco. That is certainly insane. I'm not sure I would
Mm-hmm.
have expected. I think I expected Argentina to win, kind of to wrap and close. I mean, I expected Argentina to win, Ray, but I didn't expect it this way. I feel that they're constantly surprising me with how good they are. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, I told you I had a feeling France was going to win. We kind of all knew France was that good, but I don't think many of us knew Argentina was this good. And so, me and
Mm-hmm.
Messi, hard to bet against. I would probably say, I think Messi's going to take it, but I also think tomorrow France is going to be pretty dominant as well. And I can't wait to see it. We're finally going to be on the same side. So that's
Yep.
exciting news.
Yeah.
Um, Wrapping up today, Ray, just your thoughts. How'd you like, what do you expect takeaways from today, and then like forward predictions looking into tomorrow?
This wasn't okay. This was an entertaining game. It's not the type of entertaining game that I was hoping for. I was hoping for a little bit more back and forth.
Yeah.
I just think unfortunately Croatia just couldn't. They just couldn't finalize their shots. They just couldn't find, like, once they got to where they needed to be, it's almost like they just couldn't pass there. So that was a bit disappointing. I didn't think we were going to see Croatia going out 3-0. I thought it was going to be maybe like 2-1 or 3-2, something. I was kind of what I was hoping, but
Yeah.
I still think that Croatia, they came out. I'm sure they did their best, and obviously Messi today, that penalty was literally the difference of this game, I think. And I think we can all agree that that penalty really changed the pace of this game, and in this case Argentina won. So
certainly that. I think this is one where we're going to be looking back at, and this could be a sign that we all go, wow, how did we not imagine that Argentina would win after a performance like that? It's obvious. Or this could just be, hey, this is setting up for one of the most exciting World Cup finals we have seen in a long time, with some of the biggest superstars going toe to toe. I cannot wait. So Ray, it's been awesome. Obviously, final words to your chat or anybody. I mean, we're going to be here tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to be here tomorrow, same time, same place. Make sure you guys are following LAFC on Twitch. If you guys are watching on YouTube, my channel, Ray's channel, come on over to twitch.tv/LAFC. Be sure to watch it here, turn on notifications so you don't miss a game. So we're going to be doing these watch parties tomorrow and for the final. So Ray's not going to be here for the final, unfortunately. I'm going to miss my partner in these, but we will still be here on the final as well. So don't miss them.
Yeah, we are going to know at least who's going to the final tomorrow. Like she said, 11 a.m. Pacific time, ready for France and Morocco. Let us know in the chat what you think is going to happen. As always, it's been a big treat. Thank you to LAFC for hosting these and inviting us. We cannot wait. We're going to get some sleep. We're going to have a little bit of rest. We're going to prepare our thoughts. And tomorrow, the watch parties continue. Get hype, Argentina fans around the world. Vamos! Vamos! Messi, we love you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Raynday, lots of bunnies. We'll see you guys tomorrow.